And welcome back. Repair the World mobilizes their communities to take action to pursue a just world, igniting a lifelong commitment to service. The organization is deeply committed to helping improve communities by connecting community members to volunteer opportunities that meet local needs. Joining me now to share more details is the program manager at Repair World. We've got Sarah Gladstone with us. And Sarah, thank you for joining us. And I know a great deal of your work deals with volunteering, but it's also not just volunteering, it's really about promoting social change.
Yes, that's so true. Thank you for having me. You said it so well. We are all about inspiring people to get involved in their local communities. We're a national nonprofit, but I and my team work specifically in New York City. Um, we are all about not just trying to meet the needs of our communities and the places where we all live, but also really listening to the fact that there is such a legacy of community organizing in New York City, especially, and really a big part of what makes us different than some other just volunteer organizations is really take the lead of folks who have been doing this work so much longer than we have. We've been in New York since 2014, but obviously New York City is so much older than that. So we really take the lead from our partners to let us know what they would like us to do, what how we can get involved, how we can keep supporting. Um, we also always pair our service with learning. So we're really about not just talking about what are the needs in our communities, but why are there needs? How can you get involved more than just today? So it's really about getting involved in a much longer process.
And tell us, because you have young adults that are engaged in this, and I think they're between the ages of 21 to 26, and for them an opportunity to really get in early and find out about how to serve, and you're dealing with some real serious issues that they're serving and dealing with.
Yes, so we have a bunch of different programs in New York City with Repair the World. So the fellowship program, which is a program that I work really closely with, is for, like you said, 21 to 26 year olds. Um, we have um, our Service Corps program, which is a shorter commitment. It's a 10 to 12-week program, so more or less semester based for 18 to 26-year-olds. And we also have teen programming as well as families. So families with their young kids can get involved as well. So we are a Jewish social justice nonprofit, which means that we work with Jewish folks and their communities to do this work together. And what I really love is that Jews and their communities means everybody. So while we come to the work with a Jewish lens, or for a lot of folks, including myself, come to the work with a Jewish experience or Jewish identity, um, it's so much more than that. It's really about taking that and saying we're all one community, we all live here together, not just we're all one community, but for a lot of folks like myself, we're part of lots of different communities, lots of different identities, and all of the work that we do is extremely intersectional. Um, and what's really amazing is that because we're so local based, we really get to look at the ways that that operates in our not just in our city, but in our boroughs and our specific neighborhoods. So a lot of the work that I do is specifically in Crown Heights, which is where our office is based. Um, and a lot of the work that we do is specifically doing bridge building work and really listening to and supporting the Hasidic communities and Afro-Caribbean communities and all the different intersectional identities that are in between in overlapping in Crown Heights as well.
Yeah. So for yourself, talk to me about the impact, because that's what you aim to do. You aim to really teach people how to volunteer, to engage themselves, and to make a difference. And so, from your lens, talk to us about what you perceive to be uh, the difference maker in the work that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So currently, we have about 104 different service partners that we work with. We've engaged with over 6,000 participants this year, and we engaging in what we call acts of service and learning. So over 10,000 acts of service and learning for this year. So that looks like showing up to farm days. We work with a bunch of local farms. It includes showing up to volunteer at pantries, park cleanups. We work with local free food fridges. We work with a lot of organizations that take baby supplies, so diapers, pacifiers, baby lotion, all that kinds of things. So all those folks have either donated, they've come to learn, they've shown up with their kids at parks and festivals that we've been at. Um, they've come to volunteer at pantries. So that's just part of the impact. And then for a lot of those 6,000 people and 100 partners or so, um, it's really about relationship building. It's really about this work is both immediate in the sense that when you do a park cleanup or you volunteer at a pantry, you're helping. There's a very clear impact that you can see right in that moment, and so much of what we do is we won't get to see because it's a long-term process. It's all about relationship building. So building trust with our organizations and individuals, and um, both having volunteers show up once and keep returning because they enjoy the experience, they're learning, they're making friendships and connections, and really building trust with our partners, both the partners that we're working with and the clients and the communities that they're a part of as well.
Yeah.
Um,
You talked about partners, you talked about clients. Talk to me about families because family engagement is huge, and that's also a core staple of what you're doing as well. How does family engagement come into practice for the work that you do?
we have a really amazing both teen and family program manager named Hannah Grossman, who does amazing work across the different boroughs. Um, what's really awesome about it is that a lot of the work that we do with our 18 and older population can be not only adapted for a younger audience or with families, but we have a lot of really specific um, ways that we engage with really young people. So it's also about how do we meet people where they are in this learning and this and coming to this experience, and that includes kids and families. So for a lot of these kids, this is they might not even realize that they're contributing to this lifelong experience that they'll continue to have. They might just think like I get to play and I'm learning something. I'm reading a book about social change. I'm learning what are pronouns, what is service work, why is this important, how am I a part of this, how am I benefiting from this experience. So it's really about meeting folks where they are, whether they're you know 4, 5, 10, 18, or they're older folks in their 20s and 30s. It's a really unique experience.
Well, Sarah, we want to thank you so much because the work that is really a great experience, but also very impactful. Sarah Gladstone, Program Manager, Repair the World. Thank you for being with us, Sarah, and thank you for the great volunteers that you've got with some boots on the ground. Thanks much.
Thank you so much.
All righty, well, for more information, visit their website at werepair.org. Follow them on social media at Repair the World. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Open coming up right after this.